Hey guys, so this is our part 2 of our Namibia trip. I will unfortunately be uploading part 3. Part 3 will be where we'll be visiting Swakopmund and Walvis Bay. In our part 2, we visit Sossusvlei. The video is going to be too long for me to upload it all in one, Walvis Bay and Sossusvlei. So I hope you enjoy. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. We're now currently we just passed my rental. We're going towards Sossusvlei Solitaire. That's where we're going to camp, which is very close to Deadvlei. That's the place that I want to visit. I want to see it. So now we're just going to lower the tire pressure on the tires. Baby, what is it called? What is it fresh? Oh. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do now. We're now actually lowering the tire pressure because we are gonna travel on like gravel road for the next 100 kilometers. So we took a bit of a longer route to get to Sossusvlei because there's a campsite that we wanted to go to. So we'll first pass that campsite, then we're gonna go to Sossusvlei the following day. They fall from the sky, and I thank him every time I close my eyes. After checking in and from the restaurant, we went to our camping stand. This was our camping stand. It was very big. It's so perfect for group camping. We had to go I wanted to see the shower, but I was a bit scared to see their shower, so I had to come with my husband, and this was their shower. I unfortunately didn't get it in the right angle, but it was so beautiful. I cannot imagine using the shower. You're showering outside. It's really nice. I love it. Yeah. So we had breakfast, and then after breakfast today we're planning to leave this campsite. We actually also booked this campsite for 2 nights as well, and we had to leave. We actually just decided let's just leave after the first night because this campsite was a bit scary. It was scary because it looked like there could be snakes, and that is not something I wanted to see. And it was too big, and it was very isolated. Usually campsites are not generally like this, but this one was like this. We also kind of liked it at the same time because we did want to do open land camping where you don't necessarily camp at a campsite. I forgot what it's called, but it gave us that experience, so we didn't have to really just camp anyway, because this campsite gave us that experience that we already wanted to have for. This was us after I was washing dishes and my husband was packing up, and we're gonna shower, then leave this campsite, and we're off to Sossusvlei. So we left the campsite quicker than we should have because we're rushing ourselves. We wanted to get to the final destination, which was Deadvlei at this point, and I advise against that because then you don't get to spend as much time as you had planned in each place, which you might miss out on some things to explore and do. Yeah. I actually also liked this campsite. I liked how well thought of it was, having the ground fire, having the sinks, having such a beautiful shower, having a nice toilet and all of that. It was very well thought of, and it's very big. And it being very big is also my problem because if it's only like 2 people, it can feel quite big. And yeah, so I think it's one of the best campsites if you guys are camping as a group, like 4 cars, so like having like 8 people or 10 people, you guys would really enjoy it because it's quite very big and it's very accommodative. So I do recommend coming to this campsite, but maybe don't camp if it's just the 2 of you because you're going to be very isolated. The campsite is a bit far from the establishments of the camp. So after the entrance, you drive 60 kilometers to get to a place where you can either take a bus or you can drive in with your car. If your car is suitable to be driven in a desert, then you will drive with your car for 5 kilometers. And after the 5 kilometers, you will walk for 1 kilometer. The prices to get into the entrance, they range from 180 to like 1,000 and more in rands. This could be more depending on your nationality and the country that you're coming from. They don't have standard price for everyone. SADC countries do get charged a bit cheaper compared to other countries because this is still in Africa. And yeah. And my unsolicited advice when visiting this place, do not wear nice clothes. Like, dress up like you're going for a hike. Here we had arrived at the second entrance. This is where you get to drive 5 kilometers. They do have buses that can take you to the Deadvlei. The buses are 200 rand per person. In year 2023, December 2023, the prices might have changed, but we paid 200 rand per person to be on these buses that will drive us for 5 kilometers. I think it's a really nice experience to be driven for that 5 kilometers. And then after the 5 kilometers, you have to walk. Please bring water. I was not prepared for this. I did not even take water. And those were like, no, you need water. This was us walking the 1 kilometer. Some people knew how it was, but I did not know. But that's the beauty of traveling. I was extremely struggling because I wore sandals on an extremely hot desert with sand. So it was not comfortable at all. It was hot. It was tough. This experience was very underwhelming for me. We finally reached the promised land. This was so beautiful. It is such a beautiful place, and it's so interesting how beautiful nature is. And yeah, I can't believe this place just created itself over 100,000 of years. Nature did this. Yeah, it was such a beautiful thing to see. It has the best aesthetic. After seeing the beautiful place, we then headed back to Sossusvlei campsite. We camped just at the entrance. So the entrance has a restaurant and a campsite behind it. We camped there. It was so beautiful. Interestingly, sleeping at a desert is very nice. Like, there was no wind, the temperature was okay because we were under a tree. It was such a beautiful experience. You can also fly into Deadvlei. I don't know where the helicopters stop or it's just a view, but we did see some flights, helicopters that were flying into Sossusvlei, and some of them are actually coming from Swakopmund and Walvis Bay. So you don't have to take the trip all the way from Windhoek to Sossusvlei. You can just go straight to Swakopmund or Walvis Bay and then take the helicopter, which would be such a beautiful view because I can imagine Namibia has such an extremely beautiful landscape. The desert there are beautiful. I understand that to get to Deadvlei, the 1 kilometers, they do not have quad bikes because they are trying to preserve the area. They're trying to preserve that those dunes there because they do not know what could happen, what nature could do if we disturb them with human life. This was the day now when we were camping there. My husband made the frozen spinach that we bought in Windhoek, and yeah, the following day we went for breakfast at the restaurant that is just by the entrance where you need to enter Sossusvlei to go see Deadvlei. The morning after Christmas, we actually had to exchange cars. So our car was giving us a problem, the hired car. So Avis brought us a new car. On this day, they had to take the old car because it was making a very annoying sound. We're not sure what happened. We think the fourth gear had issues, like the thing to get into the fourth gear to get to off-road driving had an issue, and now they had to take the car. So they gave us a new car. We had to exchange cars. The second car that we got was a 4-sleeper car. It was quite very big compared to the first one, but I liked the first one because it seemed, I don't know, I just liked the first one. On the day we were leaving, a lot of people were arriving. It was very packed. It was quite full. So be prepared, as this was after Christmas. There was high demand. And we're off to Walvis Bay. We're about to drive 4 hours to Walvis Bay. I'll see you in part 3 where I'll be showing Walvis Bay. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Bye.